In the beginning of the drama, we are shown the female lead, whose name is Kim. She says to herself, "People ask me why I want to be a weightlifter. When I was 10 years old, my dad took me to a weightlifting stadium. There, I smelled a weird fragrance from the weightlifting tools, which I liked. Since then, I decided that I would become a weightlifter." In the next scene, we are shown a restaurant which belongs to Kim's dad. Her uncle is also there, who is watching her show. Kim wins the gold medal, and her dad proudly tells everyone in the restaurant, "This is my daughter." Everyone becomes super happy. On the other side, a swimming competition is going on, in which the male lead, Jung, is shown. He is a professional swimmer and has cleared his first round. But suddenly, he loses his control and jumps into the water before the race whistle blows, because of which he gets disqualified. When he is coming out of the competition, a coach meets him and says, "I can be your personal trainer." The hero puts forth a weird condition and then says to the coach, "Bye," and leaves. Then it is shown that Kim is walking with her friends when Jung comes along on his bicycle. Both of them collide and they both fall. Jung, seeing Kim, thinks, "I think I've seen her somewhere." Just then, Kim's friend arrives, so Jung leaves from there. In the next scene, the players are putting their clothes in the washing machine. They feel someone's presence there, but they ignore it and leave. The team's coach forbids her from eating chicken and tells her, "Control your weight." Just then, Kim's dad arrives there with a lot of food. Then it's shown that Kim and her two friends are having drinks on the rooftop. On the other side, Jung's friend is forcing him to go to a party. Jung refuses him. When Kim and her friend come down from the rooftop, they hide in the laundry room to avoid the warden. There, they see the clothes thief. Just then, Kim notices Jung, so she mistakes him for the clothes thief because many clothes were being stolen these days. Then she takes Jung to the warden, but due to the lack of proof, Jung is let go. In the next scene, Kim wants to return Jung's handkerchief to him. When she gives it to him, he gets angry at her because Kim had washed his handkerchief. A fight breaks out between them, and Kim falls into the pool. She doesn't know how to swim, so she starts screaming. Jung jumps into the water to save her, and he remembers a flashback of when Kim had saved his life in their childhood. Then we see Jung and Kim when they both studied in the same school and once Kim had saved Jung's life. In the present, Jung pulls Kim out of the water and calls her by her nickname, Chubby. They both recognize each other, but Kim is not very impressed by this. After this, wherever Jung sees Kim, he starts calling her Chubby. So Kim warns him, "If you call me Chubby, it won't be good." Jung doesn't take her seriously. Kim, in anger, hits Jung's head with her head and leaves. Then, Jung's friend tells him not to bother Kim, but Jung says, "I enjoy bothering her." Kim works as a delivery person at her dad's restaurant. An order comes in which is from Jung and his friend. Kim arrives there with the parcel, so Jung, seeing her tired, tries to help. But Kim leaves from there without taking the money. That's why Jung runs after her. He finds Kim's dad's restaurant and becomes very happy seeing her helping her dad. On the other side, the coach arranges for a nice bus to take all the players to the training center, but the budget gets messed up due to increased expenses. Meanwhile, Jung takes his friends to Kim's dad's restaurant and orders chicken. After eating, while making the payment, he also gives the money for that day. In the next scene, at the training center, everyone is given one burger for lunch, which doesn't fill their stomachs. Seeing this, Kim takes them to her dad's restaurant. There, everyone eats to their heart's content. In the next scene, Jung is practicing swimming with his brother. They both are talking, and then it is revealed that Jung's mom is not his real mom. Perhaps this is the reason for his mental health issues, which cause him to lose control. Jung's brother tells him, "Get physiotherapy from a doctor." Jung also agrees with his brother. Meanwhile, Kim is shown, who is standing in the rain holding up a table. Jung's brother helps her, which impresses Kim, and he gives Kim his umbrella and leaves from there. In the next scene, it is shown that Kim reaches Jung's brother's clinic and asks him this question, "Do you like messy?" This tip was given by her friends who said, "Boys like it a lot if a girl shows interest in their favorite sport. They get impressed." Jung's brother laughs and tells her, "Yes." After leaving the clinic, Kim's eyes fall on the clinic's fees, seeing which she gets shocked. She goes straight to her ATM. She has very little money. Now, standing right there, she thinks, "What should I do?" Just then, she plans to run away from there. Running from there, she heads for home. On the way, she meets Jung, and she is in such a hurry that she leaves without listening to anything. Jung, seeing her run like that, laughs and says, "She will never change." Then we are shown Kim, who sees Jung's brother everywhere. Kim's friend asks her, "What has happened to you since yesterday?" Kim comes out of the practice room, and even after coming out, she sees Jung's brother everywhere. Meanwhile, Jung is shown, who is doing his practice. Then he gets a message on his phone, which is from his ex, and he goes to her. The ex says, "You are the best, you came here when I called." Jung says, "I came here because you threatened me that you would sit here all night if I didn't come." In the next scene, Kim's friend tells her, there will be a money prize for winning the mountain climbing event. Hearing this, Kim becomes happy. Next, it is shown that the bus leaves for mountain climbing. All the kids reach there dancing and singing. Some coaches give instructions. Kim wants to win, so she tries to get ahead of everyone. There, Jung and his friend pretend to have a sprained ankle. The seniors hit their leg hard and tell them, "Don't pretend." In her rush to get ahead, Kim leaves her friends behind. On the way, Jung sees Kim and wants to help her, but Kim bumps him from behind and jokingly, they both fall. Jung says to her, "Sorry," but Kim gets angry at him. She pushes him and leaves. They both reach the peak, but by then, many people have already reached there. Seeing this, Kim gets very upset. Jung tries to explain to her, but Kim says, "We are not friends. We just used to study in the same school. You mind your own business." Jung does not like this attitude of Kim at all. In the next scene, Kim is sitting very upset with her friends. Her friends tell her, "Let's eat something. Let's eat something good." They go to a restaurant to eat and drink. There, Kim again sees Jung's brother. One of Kim's friends drinks a little too much, which disturbs the people at the next table. Kim tries to stop her, but she doesn't listen. Then Kim's friend stands on the table and starts dancing while drinking, which causes her drink to spill on a man sitting nearby. He gets furious. Kim says to the man, "Sorry," but he says a lot of bad things to them, which leads to a fight between them. Jung also arrives there at the same time, but he ignores Kim. That man says very bad things to Kim and her friend and tells Kim, "You don't look like a woman." So Kim grabs his collar. Her friend takes her back from there. Then Jung is sitting in the restaurant. That man, even after they leave, talks about them, saying, "Hey, what were those girls like?" Jung is listening to all this and gets angry. He goes down and punches that man. Then he runs from there. On the way, he meets Kim and her friend again. He starts running with them. Jung and Kim end up together, and the other friends are together. They hide under a table in this row to escape from those men. Later, when those people leave, they come out from under the table. They both run and reach a place and stand there for a while. They both talk. Kim asks, "Why did you run from there? Did you fight with those people for me?" Jung says, "I don't interfere in anyone's business until they interfere in mine. That guy was staring at me. That's why we had a fight." Then Kim thanks Jung and says, "Can I ask a question? You have changed a lot from before." Jung says, "If I hadn't changed, I wouldn't have been able to survive in this world." He says, "By the way, tell me one thing. Have I become more attractive than before?" Jung looks into her eyes. Kim pushes him and says, "In that sense, your chin has become a little pointed." Jung starts laughing. In the next scene, Jung and his friend are shown. His friend comes there to pick up his parcel and sees that there is a parcel for Jung too. His ex Seo's name is written on it. Jung gets lost in thought, who sent me the parcel? But when he opens it, he understands. He calls Seo and summons her and returns her gift to her. Meanwhile, Kim is shown. She looks at the money and gets very angry at herself that my dad and uncle are saving money for me with so much difficulty, and I am wasting money on a boy. Then, when she is on the terrace, she tells her friends, "I will work very hard now. I will work harder than before." Meanwhile, Seo goes to Jung and giving him that packet says, "I bought this for you. Now you can do whatever you want with it. Keep it if you want or throw it away." Saying this, she leaves. There, Jung's brother checks his client list, which also has Kim's name, and he messages her, "I like Ronaldo more than Messi." Seeing this message, Kim gets excited and runs towards his clinic. On the way, she meets Jung's brother. She thinks this is also probably her imagination, so she says to him, "Hi." Still, she considers it an imagination and touches him, then she realizes that he is real. Then they both get stuck in traffic. In the next scene, it is shown that after reaching the clinic, Kim deposits money at the counter. She tells the doctor, "I am healthier than I thought." The doctor says, "You eat healthy food, maybe that's why." Kim says, "I am happy with my body. I just want healthy weight loss." The doctor extends his hand to shake hands, but Kim's hands' skin has become hard due to weightlifting, so she gives a high five instead of a handshake because she didn't want him to touch her hard hands. The doctor says, "Go to the bed." Kim gets nervous, but the doctor says, "Relax, just lie down for the checkup." After the checkup, a paper is given at the counter in which Kim has to write what she eats throughout the day, including snacks. The doctor says, "Don't change your diet too much." She is passing by the game phone booth. As always, she inserts a coin, is about to make a wish when Jung arrives. He asks, "What is in this letter?" and insists on seeing it. Kim refuses. Jung stops and thinks, "Sorry, I forgot. You're a girl. Maybe there's girl stuff in it." He says to Kim, "Sorry." Then Kim goes to her room and packs Jung's brother's umbrella. Just then she gets a message from his clinic. "You have an appointment tomorrow." She becomes happy. Her friend asks, "Why do you look so happy?" Kim says, "Nothing," and puts the phone down. The friend says, "Are you dating someone?" Kim says, "No, nothing like that," and saying, "Good night," goes to bed. In the next scene, Kim and her friends are in the gym. They are talking about Seo, saying, "She went to the boys' hostel yesterday." Kim says, "Is she dating Jung? She's 1,000 times better than him." The friend says, "Yes, he was a popular boy in school. He's cute too." The seniors come and scold them. At lunchtime, Kim is eating her food quickly because her appointment time is approaching. Then she starts to go to the clinic. On the way, she puts on a hairpin that she had bought on her way back from the clinic. Then she returns the umbrella to the doctor, says, "Thanks." The doctor says, "This is not mine, it's my brother's." Kim smiles and says, "But you gave it, right?" The doctor compliments her hairpin, so Kim smiles. Then he tells her for a checkup. He asks Kim, "What is your purpose for weight loss?" Kim gets nervous, looks here and there, sees cello tape on the table and says, "Cello." The doctor thinks it's probably a music player, so he says, "You are a music student?" Kim impresses him because he also likes music. Just then, Kim's phone rings. Her father says, "I am coming to the campus for food delivery." Kim says, "I am outside." Father says, "No problem. I will give it to your friends." Kim gets scared because she hasn't told anyone that she is losing weight. She says, "Sorry," to the doctor and runs towards the campus. On the way, she meets Jung on a bicycle. Kim asks him for help and sitting on his cycle, she says, "Go fast." Jung says, "You are very heavy. I can't ride this fast." Just then, Seo sees them. Reaching the campus, Kim stops her father, takes the food, and tells her father to leave. On the other hand, Jung's counseling is going on. The physiotherapist says, "Your stress level is high." Jung says, "Sometimes my heartbeat increases so much that it feels like my heart will burst. I can't hear anything." The doctor says, "These are psychological symptoms which occur after some dramatic experience." He tells Jung, "Remember." So Jung says, "There is nothing like that in my mind." The doctor says, "You just don't want to remember what is hidden in your heart. Only when you tell me can I help you." Jung remembers the time when his mother left him. Just then his brother comes and asks, "How is the counseling going?" Jung says, "Good." The doctor is also good. The brother says, "I told you, he is the best." Then Jung sees a packet in his brother's car and asks, "What is this?" The brother says, "This is your umbrella that you gave me that day." Jung says, "Why have you packed it so much?" So his brother says, "I gave it to someone, she returned it to me, she goes to music classes." Jung asks, "What does she look like?" The brother says, "Pretty," and both laugh. In the hostel, Jung finds a letter in that umbrella packet, which Kim had written for his brother. In the next scene, Seo asks Kim, "You know Jung?" Kim says, "Yes, we studied together in childhood." Then at lunchtime, Kim takes less food. Just then, Jung snatches her plate. He says, "You take another plate." They both start fighting. Just then, Seo comes there. She holds Jung's hand and says, "She is my roommate. Everyone eats together." Seo says, "Jung, you have become so thin. Eat more food." Jung gets uncomfortable and leaves. Then, Seo comes after him and says, "Can't we eat together? The breakup in the past was because of me. I wanted to focus on training, but things got complicated." Jung says, "I was very disappointed then, but you don't feel pity." Seo says, "Sorry," suggests getting back together. But Jung says, "It's too late now," and leaves. In the next scene, the doctor tells Kim, "Good job, I want to give you something. What do you want?" So Kim thinks. Then she changes her dress because her clothes got wet. Just then Jung comes there. He is shocked to see Kim. "What are you doing here and what is this you're wearing?" Jung's brother comes and asks, "Do you two know each other?" Jung says, "Yes." Kim gets scared and thinks, my lie might be caught. Therefore, before Jung can say anything, Kim blurts out, "Yes, we studied together in elementary school. Jung, it's been so long since I've seen you." Jung's brother says, "Jung, she's the one, right? I told you, the same music player." Jung gets confused. What is happening? Kim hits him from behind. So Jung says, "Yes, she sings very well." Then Kim makes an excuse and comes out, says to herself, "How can this be happening?" Just then, Jung calls out to her from above, "Music player, Kim Bok-ju, stop." Then they start walking together. Jung says, "You play the cello? That's really good." Kim angrily says, "Stop acting like this." Jung says, "I saved you and you're talking to me like this?" Kim sadly asks, "He is your brother, right?" Jung says, "Yes, my brother. If you just wanted to lose weight, then why this lie about being a music player? Your motive is something else, isn't it? Have you fallen in love with my brother? Is that why you go there?" Kim says, "You're overthinking. If that were the case, why would I waste so much money?" Jung says, "If any of your friends find out about this, you could be in trouble." Kim requests him, "Can you keep this a secret?" Jung says, "Yes, why not? But what will I get?" Then after thinking for a bit, he says, "It depends on how you behave with me." Kim says something to him in anger. So Jung says, "You're getting angry at me." Then Kim says, "Sorry," but Jung leaves. The next day, Kim and her friends are having lunch. Jung comes and sits at Kim's table. Kim starts to get up, but Jung holds her hand and says, "Sit down." He keeps saying something or the other to tease her. "Can you bring me water? I'm thirsty." The other students sitting at the table think, "What is going on?" Later, Kim's friend asks, "What is going on between you two?" Kim says, "Nothing at all." So her friend says, "Then why were you serving him so much? You never did that for us." She asks, "Is something going on between you two?" Kim says, "You guys are overthinking." Then Kim says, "I have to go to the hospital." So her friends say, "You go, we'll make some excuse." Kim thanks them and leaves. On the other side, after swimming practice, Young sees Kim going to the clinic. At the clinic, the doctor tells Kim, "Young has changed a lot and he's also more handsome." Kim says, "I never noticed, but you are 1,000,000 times more handsome than him." Young's brother laughs. Young's brother asks at the counter, "Are there any other appointments?" The receptionist says, "No." Then Young also arrives there because he has a dinner plan with his brother. Then when Kim is about to leave, Young's brother invites her to dinner with them as well. Kim refuses at first, then agrees. While eating, Young repeatedly teases Kim. After dinner, Kim tells the doctor, "Young and I will go together. You can leave." Then Kim tells Young, "Just follow me quietly." Young gets scared. Kim takes him to a place and says, "What is your condition? Do you want money?" Young says, "How much money can you give me?" So Kim says, "I have a little. I will arrange the rest." Young says, "I don't need money. I have only one chance to annoy you. I won't waste it like this." In the next scene, Kim is exercising in her room, so her friend asks, "Why are you working so hard, by the way? Did you see Young today?" Kim denies it and says, "Please don't talk to me about Young. I am already very troubled these days." In the next scene, Young's senior asks about him. "Where is he?" So Young's friend calls him. Kim overhears their conversation. Young's friend tells her, "Young's arm is hurting from lifting rice bags yesterday, so he doesn't want to come." Then Kim gets an idea. She calls him from her friend's phone. She tells him, "Today I will help you with a problem, but in return, you will keep my secret a secret." Now the senior repeatedly calls for Young, so his friend says, "Young's arm hurts, so Kim will lift the rice bag on his behalf." Everyone is shocked to see her. Then, in the end, Kim wins. Meanwhile, Kim's friends tell her, "Do you have a crush on Young?" She denies it, but they say, "Then why did you help him?" Meanwhile, Young also gets angry at his friend. "Why did you tell Kim?" Just then, Kim comes there with her friend, so Young takes Kim with him. He tells her, "What was the need to do all this? What do you think? I will tell everyone your secret." So Kim says, "Please don't tell your brother that I lied to him." Young says, "You like my brother that much?" So Kim says, "Yes, I like your brother." Young becomes silent. The next day, Kim receives an invitation from Young to go to a concert. Young says, "My brother will be sitting in the chair next to you." Because of this, Kim is very nervous. Should I go or not? In the next scene, Kim gets ready and reaches the music concert. Seeing Young's brother, she tells him, "It's a nice coincidence that we are together again." Young's brother talks to her very nicely. Then, throughout the concert, Kim keeps looking at Young's brother. After the concert, Young's brother tells Kim, "I'll drop you home." So Kim says, "No, you can drop me at the bus stop." Then they are both in the car. Just then it starts raining, so the doctor says, "Whenever we are together, it definitely rains." Kim is very, very happy. Young's brother tells her, "Are you getting bored?" Just then, Kim starts getting hiccups. Then Young's brother stops the car and brings something for her to drink and gives her his coat to wear. On the other side, Young is having his therapy session and telling the doctor about his past. He says, "I feel safe under the water. I feel like I am with my mom. I was 10 years old when my mom left me with my uncle and aunt. She was going to Canada. She used to send me cards and gifts every week, and I never felt that she was away from me. I used to think that I would definitely meet her one day, but then I found out that my aunt used to send me those cards and gifts. Since then, I started having these symptoms." So here we find out that the people we thought were Young's mom were actually his aunt and uncle. The doctor thanks Young. So Young comes out from there and is sitting at a shop. Just then, he sees Kim there, which shocks him, and he says, "What is she wearing? I made such a good arrangement, and she has ruined everything." The doctor drops Kim at the bus stop and leaves. Then Young goes and calls out to Kim. So Kim says, "Do you follow me around 24 hours a day?" Young says, "For one, I bought concert tickets for both of you." Kim says, "Thanks for that." Then Young asks her, "How was your day today?" Then Kim starts to smile. Just then, a car comes from the front. Young pushes Kim in front, so all the water splashes onto Kim. Kim, shouting, runs after him. Then Young says, "Don't shout, I'll dry your hair." And he dries her hair and asks her, "Does my brother know that you like him?" Kim says, "No, and I don't want him to know." She says, "Look at my hands. No boy will like a weightlifter." Young says, "If it were me, I would like it a lot." Kim says, "These things sound good in words." Then Kim starts sneezing. So Young runs away from her, but Kim catches him and sneezes on his face. Young tells her, "If something happens to me, then you'll see. I have a match tomorrow." On the other side, Kim is sitting outside with her friend. When Kim goes inside with the coach, she says, "Your weight gaining classes should start now. You have to gain 4 to 5 kilos. Kim says, "I'll have to talk to my dad." So the coach says, "He came today, Your father, he gave permission. Kim calls her father and gets angry. How can you do this? I don't want to gain more weight. The next day, Jung is shown. He is talking to the coach about his match. He has a cold. Then, on the way, he meets Kim. He tells her, I got this cold because of you. Who will take responsibility for my match next week? Kim tells him, my weight gain classes have started. So Jung tells her, what's difficult about that? Kim feels bad and leaves from there. Then Kim goes and says yes to the coach. The coach tells Kim, your father will be very happy to hear this. We will start tomorrow. The next day, the coach tells Kim to eat 3 plates completely, which she eats with great difficulty. Kim goes to the clinic where the doctor doesn't understand anything after checking her weight. He thinks maybe their machine is broken, and they give her different treatments to help her lose some weight. On the other side, Jung's condition is also not good. Seo comes and sits next to Jung. Jung tells her, you are behaving like a stalker. So Seo leaves from there. Jung's senior tells Seo, why are you chasing after him? Get into a relationship with me. I will treat you better. But Seo tells him to shut up and leaves. In the next scene, a message from the clinic comes on Kim's phone, which her friend sees. She finds out that Kim is taking weight loss classes. So Kim tells her, I go there for a boy. Her friend says, oh, this is Dr. Jung's brother, for whom you lifted Jung's rice bag. Kim remembers their first meeting and becomes very happy. Then Kim's friend helps her a lot and dresses her up to go to the clinic. On the other side, at Jung's match, his friend wishes him the best of luck. On the way, he meets Kim. She tells him, I wish you make a mistake. She hits him and leaves. Then Jung's brother tells him how important this match is. Kim then feels bad for Jung and prays for him by throwing a coin in the pool. On the other side, Jung is in the competition and remembers the doctor's words. As soon as the match starts, everything appears blurry to Jung. Jung can't hear anything either. He just jumps into the water like that. Seo has come to watch Jung's match, where Jung comes in 4th rank. Seo waits for him, but Jung leaves from there. Kim, seeing the match score, starts to message him, but she doesn't know what to message. There, Kim's aunt and uncle give him medicine. Jung receives Kim's message, so he quickly leaves from there. They both meet at the poolside. Kim makes a frog out of paper for Jung. Jung says, isn't this weird? Kim says, give it back. Jung says, no, I won't give it. This is my lucky charm. Seeing Kim and Jung together, Seo gets very angry. Kim takes Jung to her restaurant. She feeds Jung a tasty dish made by her father. So her father says, could it be that she likes him? Then after eating, they both talk. Coming outside, Kim tells Jung, your brother told me about your match anxiety. Kim says, I don't know about rankings and all. I just do weightlifting as a hobby. Jung says, yes, I don't like it either. Kim says, but we have to accept it because we are athletes, and one day you will achieve your goal. In the next scene, Kim gets a call from her father. He asks her to come home. When Kim goes home, she sees both coaches are there. Kim's father puts her diet plan in front of her and asks, what is this? Kim's father is very angry. He starts to hit her with a stick, but everyone stops him. Then the coach takes her outside and says, what were you thinking when you went there? Everyone has hopes that you will achieve something. On the other side, Jung's aunt calls him and tells him about his brother's birthday. She asks him to have dinner together. Then he messages Kim to share this news, but she is completing her coach's punishment. The coach tells Kim, you cannot go out without permission now, otherwise I will punish you again. Kim's friend massages her feet. On the other side, Jung's family is having dinner together. The doctor gets a call from his friend, so everyone says, why don't you call her here? Then, upon his invitation, the doctor's friend comes there. So Jung thinks about Kim. Then he goes to her house where her uncle tells him Kim was losing weight, which everyone found out about. Because of that, there was a huge commotion here. Then Kim sees Jung's message, where he had told about his brother's birthday. Kim becomes very sad. The next day, the coach makes Kim do very strict training. Jung is worried about Kim, but the coach doesn't leave Kim alone anywhere. Then Kim buys a gift for Jung's brother from the road, which she places on the doctor's car and leaves. The coach gets angry not finding Kim in the gym. She hits her with a stick for coming late. Kim cries a lot. Just then, Jung sees Kim crying. Jung throws a sausage in front of Kim. Kim comes to pick it up. Just then, Jung comes in front of her. Then, Jung takes Kim for dinner. There, one of her friends is angry with her. There, he tells Kim, you don't need to diet. So Kim gets sad. The next day, Kim goes to meet her dad. They both spend a very good time together. On the other side, Seo gives a very good performance in the match. Jung then calls Seo and says, a few days ago, I saw you outside the gym. Jung says, why did you do that? Seo says, because of you. Stop yourself, otherwise something even worse could happen at my hands. And then she leaves from there. In the next scene, Seo tells Kim, I was the one who placed your diet chart in the gym. Hearing this, Kim becomes quite sad, and then there is a heated argument between them. Kim, in anger, tells her, Today, I found out why Young left you. You are two-faced. Hearing this, Seo gets even angrier. Seo grabs her hand, but Kim frees her hand and pushes Seo. Then Kim goes to her friend's room and tells her Seo had placed the diet chart in the gym. So everyone gets angry. Then Young messages Kim and calls her to the rooftop. He feels that he is the reason for whatever is happening with Kim. He practices how to make Kim feel better. Just then, Kim arrives. Young doesn't find Kim's mood to be right. He asks her, what happened? She tells him everything. Young then says sorry to her. They are talking when the warden comes for checking. Young grabs Kim and hides right there. Kim says that your ex will see us again and a misunderstanding will be created. Young asks Kim, so you're scared of her? Kim says, not at all. I am weightlifting fairy Kim Bokshu. In the next scene, Young is shown with his family. His aunt feeds him, so Young says, I will only marry a girl who cooks like you. Meanwhile, one of Kim's friends is still angry with her. The three of them go to the rooftop and share their stories. All three become emotional. Then the three of them go out to eat. In the next scene, Kim gets a call from Young's brother. She goes outside to receive the call. The doctor asks why she is not coming to the clinic. She lies, I have gone out of the country so I won't be able to come now. After this, she becomes sad and cries a lot. Then she calls Young. Young comes to meet her, and they both sit by the pool and talk. Kim throws a coin into the pool. Both feel happy and make a plan to watch a movie. In the next scene, Young is shown at his home. His aunt gives him a gift and says his mom sent it. Young knows that his aunt gave it herself. Just then, Young gets a call from Seo, who tells him that she is very sick. Then, in the next scene, they are both shown together. She says, sorry for bothering you at this time. Then Seo tells Young that her mom and dad have gotten a divorce. Young feels bad for her, but he is worried that Kim must be waiting for him. He drops Seo outside the campus and runs off. Kim is angry because the movie had ended long ago. Young comes in front of her and says sorry to her. They both go out to eat. Kim eats a lot in anger. The shop lady, seeing them both, says, your BF is very sweet. Kim says he is not my BF. The lady says, okay, so he is your husband. They both give each other a weird look. Later, Kim thanks Young. Meanwhile, Seo, seeing them both together again, gathers her courage and deletes all the photos she had with Young. In the next scene, Kim is practicing. During practice, Kim injures her back. On the way to the doctor, she meets Young. She tells him everything. Young says, tell the doctor my name, she will treat you well. Kim is getting treatment from the doctor. There, Young's brother is also going to that hospital to meet his friend. When Young finds out, he calls his friend to stop his brother. Just then, this news spreads in the hostel. All the friends together try to save her. Finally, Young leaves with his brother and his friend. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. But then a call comes that Young's brother forgot his phone there. Young then runs to save Kim, but it is too late. Young's brother and Kim are standing face to face. Young's brother calls out to Kim. Kim nervously bows her head. Young's brother asks her what she is doing here. Young comes between them and tries to handle the situation, but Kim tells the truth about herself, that she is a weightlifter. She says, I also lied about going abroad. Saying this, she leaves from there. After this, Young and his brother both talk. Young tells his brother, Kim asked me to keep it a secret, that's why I hid the matter. Young's brother asks him, why did she, being a weightlifter, need to lose weight? Young doesn't tell his brother everything clearly. He says, maybe she likes someone, that's why she did it. Young's brother says, I feel very bad for her. Young says, it's not your fault. And because she couldn't come to the clinic, she said she was going abroad. Young's brother says, but who does she like? Young doesn't say anything and makes an excuse of being hungry and takes him with him. On the other hand, Kim is very sad. She hurts herself by practicing hard. Kim gets tired while practicing and falls. Then her friend takes her from there. Then Young and his friend are shown in a restaurant where girls show their interest in Young. Just then, Kim's call comes to Young, so he leaves from there. Kim is sitting at the bus stop. Young comes up behind her and scares her. They both sit there and talk. Kim asks, what must he be thinking about me? Young tells her, he was asking why Kim lied to me, and I told him that maybe she likes someone. Young says, come, let's reduce our stress. They both go to play games and play a lot of games there. Then Kim and Young drink, and Kim drinks a lot. They go to the hostel together. Young tells Kim, you drank too much today. She tells Young the story of her and Young's brother from the beginning and repeats the same thing over and over and passes out right there. Young carries her halfway, but when he feels cold, he picks up a paper from the ground and covers her with it. Young looks at Kim and starts to feel sleepy. He thinks how to take Kim home, and then somehow takes her home. Her father and uncle put her to sleep. Then they come out and ask Young, you didn't do anything like that with her, right? Jung says, no, she is my friend. How can I do that? So Kim's dad and uncle say sorry to him. They say, Kim is our only daughter. That's why we love her very much. The next day, Kim's father makes breakfast for her. Then her uncle asks her, that boy didn't do anything wrong with you, did he? Kim starts shouting in anger. In the next scene, Jung's brother and his friend are at a shop. Jung's brother tells his friend, do you remember that girl who asked me about Messi? She is a weightlifting fairy, Kim Bok-ju. Jung was saying she had a crush on someone, which is why she wanted to lose weight. He says Jung used to study with her in childhood. His friend says, could that boy be Jung? Jung's brother says, it could be. They are very close. He says, I am so excited. And when they come out, they meet Kim, so they take her along with them as well. Kim feels very awkward seeing them together. Just then, Jung arrives there. Kim just wanted to get out of there, and everyone leaves after having lunch. Jung's brother and his friend leave together. Then Jung comes with his brother's car, after which they both go out to see the sea. Jung asks Kim, do you have any regrets about hiding the weightlifting thing from my brother? So Kim says, no. Kim says, maybe a weightlifter looks impressive, but I'm not pretty. Jung says, it's possible someone finds you very lovely. Kim says, it's very difficult. Just then, Kim sees a seagull, and she becomes very happy. So Jung says, you have to choose between me and the seagull. So she chooses the seagull. They both sit there and talk a lot. Jung says, in childhood, I used to put chocolate in your books. Kim says, shocked, oh, so that was you. Kim says, tell me a big secret. So Jung tells her about his mom's second marriage and their move to Canada. He says, I live with my aunt and uncle. The doctor you think is my brother is actually my cousin. The next day, Kim practices a lot and eats well. The competition days are approaching. Kim's weight has also become normal, so everyone is happy. Kim is about to leave for the match when a protein shake spills on her shirt. Kim goes to the poolside and prays. Just then, Jung comes and motivates her. Jung's brother's friend tells him about Kim's match. Then, while going for the performance, Kim thinks, you can do it. Don't doubt yourself. Then she comes on stage. Just then, Jung's brother also comes to watch the match. Kim becomes sad seeing him. The coach calls her, so she lifts the weight. Then she starts to remember Jung's words, after which she wins the competition. But she is not happy about her victory at all. Jung also reaches there. He sees that his brother has seen Kim, and what Jung didn't want to happen has happened. Jung goes to Kim, but seeing her crying, he doesn't have the courage to go to her. Jung gets very angry at his brother. Jung's brother is going to meet Kim. Just then, Jung brings him outside. He asks him, why have you come here? His brother tells him, my friend's clinic has opened nearby and that's why I came to cheer up Kim. Jung tells his brother, Kim likes you. She lost weight because of you. She was scared that you would find out that she lied to you. She is a girl, and no girl would want to lift weights in front of the person she likes. On the other side, Kim's friends, family, and coach, everyone was very happy, and it was only Kim who was not happy with her victory at all. The coach praises both of his students and takes everyone to Kim's restaurant for dinner. The coach praises Kim to Kim's father. There, Kim is crying alone in her room. The next day, her friend asks Kim, what happened? You've been looking very sad since yesterday. Just then, Jung and his friend also arrive there. Kim tells her friend, I'm not hungry, and gets up and leaves from there. Jung goes after her. Kim is about to come in front of a car when Jung saves her. Kim says, sorry. Jung says, you haven't eaten anything since yesterday's competition. Then Jung puts all her favorite things in front of her and says, eat whatever you like. Kim says thank you to him. Jung says, why are you so sad? You won such a big match yesterday, you should be happy. Jung tries his best to make her happy, but Kim was still sad. Kim says, I'm feeling sleepy. Then she is lying in her room. Just then, Jung's brother's call comes. She nervously answers the call. He asks her to meet him. Kim goes to meet his brother at a coffee shop. There, Jung's brother congratulates Kim and says, I had some work, that's why I came to watch your match. He also says sorry to her. Kim says, don't say sorry, it's all my fault. I shouldn't have lied to you. His brother says, I am older than you. I should have understood. They both say sorry to each other. Kim changes the subject and says, I fall in love easily anyway. Saying this, she quickly drinks her coffee and leaves from there and cries a lot. She calls Jung and says, why did you tell your brother that I have a crush on him? He was apologizing to me. How difficult it is to see the person we like apologizing. Jung says, that was not my intention. I saw you crying, so I couldn't control my anger. Kim says, do you know how awkward it became for me? For you, this must all be a joke. Jung says in anger, do I look crazy that I'm always hiding your lies and trying to make you feel better? Jung leaves from there in anger. He asks his brother, did you meet Kim? In anger, he tells his brother, you always make mistakes. You never get angry at me because you don't even consider me your own. If you did, you would scold me for my mistakes. His brother says, it's not like that, and Jung leaves from there. In the next scene, Jung's brother tells him, I have seen you like this for the first time. Kim is very special to you. The next day, Kim's friends find out that Kim has a very important meeting, but they can't find Kim anywhere. When Young finds out, he goes out to find Kim. He even goes to his brother's clinic to find Kim. On the other side, Kim is shown sleeping on a bench. The guard wakes her up and tells her to go home. Kim goes out. Young sees her and says in anger, "Everyone is looking for you." He scolds her, "You are not a child to come and sit here." Everyone is worried, but Kim is calm. Young says, "Are you okay?" Kim says, "I am sick. I am feeling sleepy. I can't lift weights. I am feeling so sleepy." Kim starts crying, so Young hugs her. In the next scene, Kim comes home to her dad and says, "I hate weightlifting. I will not do this work anymore." Her dad says, "What do you mean?" He gets angry at her, so Kim says, "Before, I used to like weightlifting, but now I don't like it. It doesn't bring me happiness anymore, so I won't do it again." She tells her dad all this while crying. On the other side, Young is thinking about Kim. He remembers his brother's words, "Kim is special to you." He thinks, maybe I have fallen in love with Kim. The next day, Kim's dad goes and talks to her coach and, explaining her condition, takes a few days break from her classes. Coming home, he tells Kim to bring her things from the hostel. When she comes to the hostel, her friends are very sad for her. They stop her from leaving, but Kim says, "I need a break for some time. I will come back soon." Then she calls Young and tells him about going on winter vacation. So Young goes to the hostel to meet her. Then they both sit and talk. Young asks her, "Why are you taking a break from training?" So she says, "I just want to get away from all this for some time." Young says, "What will you do these days?" So she says, "I will help at Dad's restaurant or rest all day, and maybe I'll go to the mountains." Young tells her not to. "Stay in town, don't go anywhere far. If you feel too lonely, call me. I will spend time with you." Kim thinks, what has happened to him? Then Young says, "Call me daily." Kim says, "Why?" So he says, "You know, I start worrying about you." So Kim thanks him. The next day, Kim starts helping her dad, but her dad tells her not to. "You do what your heart desires. I will do all this." Then Kim makes a wish list in her diary. Then she comes to the library to fulfill her first wish. After studying there for a while, she starts feeling sleepy. Then she falls asleep right there. Her next wish is to learn to play the piano, for which she finds information about classes, but they are very expensive, so Kim thinks of getting a part-time job. Then she sees Young's brother somewhere, whom she starts watching secretly. He is helping a man lift things. Kim thinks, he is so kind. After this, she goes out to look for a part-time job. Then she goes to a warehouse where things have to be loaded and unloaded from trucks. Kim says, "I can do this." The manager there tells her not to. "You won't be able to do it." So she shows him by lifting things and he hires Kim for the job. In the next scene, Young checks his phone. He hasn't received any call or message from Kim, so he starts to call Kim himself. She doesn't attend his call. Then Young's brother calls him and asks to meet. After this, we see them both together. Young's brother talks to him about Kim, so Young starts to smile, upon which his brother says, "She is not just your friend, but you have feelings for her in your heart, right?" Young says, "I don't know much about it, but I miss her." In the next scene, Young goes to Kim's house to meet her. So her uncle tells him about Kim's part-time job, and Young is shocked to hear this. On the other side, Kim is working at her job. There, her co-worker asks her to go for food with him. Kim is about to go with him when Young arrives there. So Kim, seeing him, asks, "What are you doing here?" Then Kim apologizes to that boy and says she'll go for food some other time. So Young gets jealous seeing Kim talking so frankly with that boy. After this, they are both at a shop. Young asks her, "Who is that boy?" So she says, "He is my co-worker." Young tells her not to be too frank with any boy, so she says, "Then I shouldn't be frank with you either." He says, "My case is different. I am your school friend." After this, Kim tells him about her piano wish. "I want to learn piano by doing a part-time job. I've had a craze for it since childhood." Then she jokingly tells him, "I will be the one playing the piano at your wedding." To which Young says, "You might ruin my wedding with that, so let it be." "Yes, if you want, you can stand with me then." Kim starts to smile. In the next scene, Young is walking her home. Kim tells him, "I know how to protect myself, so there is no need for this." But Young doesn't listen. He says, "No matter how strong you are, you can't beat a man." So Kim grabs his hand and pulls. So Young says, "Forgive me, you are indeed very strong." In the next scene, Kim is sitting with all the workers. Everyone praises her. A man tells Kim, "If you don't have a boyfriend, I can introduce you to my nephew." Then the worker from yesterday tells her, "But she already has a boyfriend who came to meet you yesterday." Kim says, "He is not my boyfriend, just a friend." That boy says, "I don't think so." In the next scene, Young again arrives at Kim's place. Kim asks, "Why did you come here?" So he says, "I was free, so I thought I'd help you a little." But Kim tells him not to. "Go from here before someone sees you here." So Young says, "I came here to help you so that you can go home early." Kim says, "I don't want anyone to have a misunderstanding about you and me. Everyone thinks you are my boyfriend. So if they see you here, they will be sure. So you should go from here." But Young says, "They have no misunderstanding. You are not just my friend, but my special friend. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say?" He then kisses Kim, upon which Kim, shocked, says, "What have you done?" He says, "I like you a lot. When you are upset, I also get upset. Seeing you happy makes me happy too." In this way, Jung expresses his feelings to Kim. Then Kim asks him, "Why me? Are you doing all this out of pity for me? Because the one I like doesn't like me back, so you feel bad for me." Jung gets angry and says, "Love is not a charity." Kim asks, "Then why are you doing this?" So he says, "I don't know, maybe you don't need a reason to like someone. You are my first love." Kim is very shocked. Jung asks, "Don't you like me?" So Kim says, "I like you. I feel safe with you, and you are very handsome. I haven't fallen in love with you yet, but I will soon." Then Jung walks her home. Just then, Kim gets a call from her friend at the hostel that she has seen a ghost. Now worried, Kim goes to the hostel. Jung sees that Kim's wallet has fallen down. He goes home and checks it, and in it is a photo of his doctor brother, which Jung tears up in anger. He also finds Kim's wish list in it. Now at the hostel, Kim falls asleep while talking to her friends. At night, she comes out to drink water and sees someone in a white dress. When Kim looks at her closely, that girl is Seo. So she asks her, "What are you doing here?" Seo runs from there to her bed and goes to sleep. The next day, Kim goes to Seo's room and asks about yesterday's incident. Seo says, "I have a habit of sleepwalking." Then Seo goes to the washroom and remembers that same scene and searches for the side effects of sleeping pills on her phone, from which it is revealed that Seo was taking sleeping pills. Then, while going home, Kim meets Jung and his friend. Jung's friend gets excited seeing Kim and holds her hand, which Jung doesn't like. He then separates their hands. Then Kim, telling Jung about Seo, says, "She is not okay." Then she becomes silent. Jung holds her hand and secretly puts the wallet in her bag. Jung says, "We will go out today." Then he reminds her, "We have to experience this relationship by being a girlfriend-boyfriend for 1 month. Now you can't refuse. I will be free by tonight and will call you." Then, while training, Jung's friend asks, "Why are you so happy? What is your plan for the future?" He says, "I have many salary plans," and then runs away from there. Then Kim gets a message from Jung, "I will reach your house in 30 minutes. Kim is troubled by Jung's behavior like this. Then, when Jung arrives, Kim says, "What was the need to come here?" Jung says, "Why are you scared? Scared that your uncle and dad might find out about our relationship?" Just then, Kim's dad comes out, so they both sneak away from there. Jung asks Kim, "What's the plan for today?" "I am free all day today." Then Jung remembers Kim's wish list. In it, Kim had written about going to an amusement park, so Jung suggests going to an amusement park to Kim. Kim becomes happy hearing this. Jung says, "There's a direct bus from here, so there's no need for you to refuse." Then we see them at the park. Kim also calls her and Jung's friends there. Jung gets angry seeing them because he wanted to spend time alone with Kim. Then Jung's friend puts a headband on him, seeing which Kim smiles and says, "This looks good on you, because you really are a devil." Then Jung is scared on the rides, but still, he sits for Kim. After the ride, Jung goes to get something to eat for Kim. Then he remembers something from Kim's wish list, where she had written about sharing a drink with her boyfriend. Kim becomes happy seeing the food. Then seeing the drink, she says, "Aren't you going to have a drink?" So he says, "I just want to have one sip." Then as soon as Kim takes a sip from the drink, Jung also puts his straw in it, which creates the moment that Kim had wished for. But Kim gets angry with Jung and says, "You finish it." But Jung says, "Okay, you drink it, I won't." Then Kim gets a call from her friends. She asks, "Where are you? There are fireworks here." Kim gets excited and tells Jung, "Let's go, we should go too." Then everyone there clicks their own photos. Jung secretly takes photos of Kim. The next day, Kim is shown in piano class where she performs poorly. The next day, Kim goes to her friend's house where she sees her practicing weightlifting. She tells Kim, "My parents want me to quit weightlifting and handle the family business. They think I will never be selected for the national team. I also know I am not that good a weightlifter." Kim says, "It's not like that. You won in high school, and you also won the tournament." Kim's friend says, "That was due to my efforts, not talent. But you have talent. Your father also supports you." On the other side, Kim's father's health deteriorates. Jung, with a bouquet for Kim, calls her saying that I am waiting for you at the bus stand. Meanwhile, Kim, on her way home, thinking about her weightlifting journey, says, "This is one thing that gives me the most happiness." Just then, she gets a call from the hospital. She comes to the bus stand crying. There, seeing Jung, she tells him to go to the hospital. Kim's uncle also comes there. The doctor tells them he is out of danger now. So they become happy. Then Kim's father tells her to go home. When Kim comes home, while washing clothes, she finds her father's insurance papers, in which the nominee is Kim. She becomes very emotional and calls her father to apologize, so her dad and uncle also start crying. The next day, Kim is shown cleaning the gym. The coach is surprised to see her. This time, Kim has a different energy. Everyone in the gym is happy to see her. Then Kim's father finds out that Kim has joined the gym, so he becomes happy. Then Kim calls Jung to meet. She thanks him. Jung asks Kim about her father. So she says he is better now. His kidney transplant will be soon. So Jung says, that's a good thing. He will get well soon with that. Kim tells him if you weren't there yesterday, nothing would have happened. My mind went blank after hearing that news. Just then it starts snowing, so Kim becomes happy. She tells Jung, I have joined team again. So Jung becomes happy and says, you are made for weightlifting. Kim says today when I came to school, the first thought that came to my mind was you. Even during training, I was thinking about you. I want to tell you about my presence here. Then Kim expresses her feelings to Jung that she also likes him. Then Jung kisses her. So Kim also grabs him and kisses him hard. Then they both get lost in romance. Then Kim is very happy. In the hostel, she gets a message from Jung. Did you reach safely? Kim asks the same question and they both talk a lot. Then Jung says, you go to sleep first. But Kim says, you go to sleep first. Then they both smile. The next day, Kim gets a message from Jung and he calls Kim to their favorite place near the pool. Kim gets ready and goes. Seeing snow everywhere, her mood becomes romantic. Then she goes to Jung and asks, why on earth did you call me here? Jung says, to make a wish, let's make a wish. But as soon as Kim closes her eyes, Jung kisses her. Kim gets angry. Jung sees that clip in Kim's hair that she used to wear when going to the clinic, so he tells Kim to take it off. Kim refuses, but Jung forcibly removes the clip. In this struggle, Kim's hair breaks, so Jung says sorry to her and tells her to go. Then Jung takes Kim to the mall and asks her to select a hairpin. Jung says, from today onwards, you will not wear that hairpin. Kim says, I absolutely do not like boys who fight over small things. Jung jokingly says, okay, first look at which hairpin is nice. Kim selects a nice hairpin and returns to the hostel. In the room, she gets scared seeing Seo fallen on the floor and shouts for help. The ambulance takes Seo to the hospital. Jung's friend tells him, Seo tried to commit suicide. So Jung reaches the hospital. The doctors say, it seems like a suicide attempt. The rest will be clear from the reports. Seo's mom and sister also come to the hospital. Then she regains consciousness. Coming back to the hostel, Kim asks Jung, how was Seo? Jung says, don't worry, she is fine. The next day, Jung goes to the hospital to meet Seo. They both sit outside and talk. Seo says, I am feeling strange. What happened yesterday? It feels like many days have passed. Seo extends a hand of friendship towards Jung and tells him that the doctor said I should see a physiotherapist. Jung tells her about his doctor. Just then, he gets a call from Kim. She asks him about Seo and tells Jung, I also want to meet Seo. Jung says, you come too. I am with Seo. Kim reaches the hospital. Seeing Jung taking care of Seo, she feels jealous. That's why on the way back, Kim does not talk properly to Jung. Jung thinks maybe she is hungry. That's why she's behaving like this. He takes her to eat. In the next scene, Jung goes to the hostel. He sees all the students are on strike. He takes Kim aside and asks, what is happening? Kim gets angry at him in return. So, Jung leaves from there. After this, he was going crazy thinking about Kim because it had started snowing, and she was standing outside with the other students. That's why he goes to Kim and gives her his jacket and muffler. The next day, some players talk that the new coach has been hired because of personal contacts. He has never done weightlifting. All the children march against the authority. A call comes from the authority. They run to the children, trying to stop them. The coach's phone rings. The authority says, we will call the old coach back. The children, hearing this, start dancing with joy. Then there is a party at the restaurant. In the next scene, Kim goes to meet Jung, but is still angry. Jung says, first tell me, what's the matter? Why are you angry? Kim says, you were talking too sweetly to your ex when she was sick. Jung smiles and says, oh, so that's the reason. He jokingly says, by the way, you were the one who said you don't like people who are jealous. Then he hugs Kim. They are both having fun when they see that Seo has arrived there. Jung starts to take off Kim's jacket, but stops seeing Seo. Kim understands and smiles. They both get back to having fun and roam around the entire campus. Just then, Kim's father sees them. Kim's father sees them both and doesn't understand who they are. That's why he says, if these children's parents saw them in this state, how sad they would be. Thinking this, Kim's father leaves the campus. Then Jung goes to his doctor, who tells him, you came after a long time today. Jung says, I was a bit busy. So the doctor says, what's the matter? You look very happy. Then they say dating is a good way to heal the patient. Hearing this, Jung holds the doctor's hand and says, you are great. The doctor starts laughing. In the next scene, Kim and everyone else are shown practicing. Kim gets a message from Jung, so she becomes happy. Just then, a senior stands up and says angrily, what do you think? We can't see anything. This is a gym. Kim gets scared and thinks everyone has found out about her and Jung. Just then, the senior names two people who are dating each other. Hearing this, Kim feels a little relaxed. Then Kim is having lunch with her friends. Just then Jung comes there with his friend. Jung's friend is about to sit in the seat next to Kim, but Jung pushes him away. The friend understands and sits in the next seat. Jung holds Kim's hand under the table. Kim's friend goes under the table to pick up her phone, and Kim pushes Jung, causing him to fall. Everyone in the cafe starts laughing. Then they both go outside and fight. Kim scolds him, "What was the need to hold my hand in front of everyone?" Jung says angrily, "Yes, so what's wrong with that? Why don't you tell everyone? Do you want to break up with me?" Kim says, "It's not like that, the right time hasn't come yet. At the right time, I will tell them myself." Kim makes a cute face and requests. So Jung agrees. In the next scene, all the girls in the hostel are doing skincare. They ask Kim to try it too. The next day, Kim's scream is heard. Actually, the mask has caused a pimple on Kim's nose. Then Kim puts on a mask and goes for a run and acts like she is coughing in front of Jung. Jung asks, "Do you have a cold?" Kim says yes. Then, due to the pimple insecurity, she doesn't even meet Jung. On the other side, Jung is worried about Kim that she is sick, so he gets some medicine from his mom and calls her, "I brought medicine for you. Come down and get it." Kim refuses him, saying, "I can't get up." Jung thinks she is more sick, so he comes to give the medicine through her room window. So Kim sits with her head bowed in front of Jung. Jung says, "You lied because of one pimple. I was so worried about you." Kim says, "Sorry." Jung says, "Well, on this pretext, I'll take a tour of your room." As soon as he goes towards Kim's cupboard, Kim stops him and they both fall on the bed. They are about to kiss when voices are heard from outside. Jung secretly hides in the cupboard. Then Seo comes into the room and opens the cupboard to take out her things and bursts out laughing seeing Jung in front of her. Then Seo asks Kim about her competition and says, "We will come to watch your match tomorrow." In the next scene, Jung is shown practicing swimming. Jung gets a message from Kim. Jung tells her, "My practice is about to end, then we'll go somewhere." Just then, Jung's friend comes running and tells him to go. In the next scene, they are both in a cafe where some girls are waiting for them. Jung gets angry at his friend and talks about leaving. A member of the weightlifting team recognizes Jung and tells everyone in the gym about it. Kim, hearing this, angrily messages Jung, "I will kill you." Jung, scared, starts looking here and there, and just then his eyes fall on Kim, who is looking at him angrily. Jung tells his friend, "We should leave." His friend tries to stop him. Those girls put their hands on Jung's shoulder. Just then Kim comes there and removes their hands. The girls ask, "Who are you?" Kim shouts and says, "I am his girlfriend." Hearing this, everyone is shocked. The next moment, Jung and Kim are on one side and the three friends are on the other. The friends ask, "What is all this going on?" Jung says, "We are in a relationship." The three friends together give them a piece of their mind and demand a treat as an apology. In the next scene, Kim and Jung go to watch Seo's match. Seo performs well, but her foot touches the red line. Her coach goes to her and says, "You prepare for the next performance, I will handle the rest." In the next scene, we see that in the pharmacy, Jung's brother's wedding is being discussed. Just then, a lady comes into the shop. The three of them talk. It is revealed that this is Jung's real mom who had gone to Canada. Next, she comes to the campus. Here, her first meeting is with Kim. She asks her about swimming classes, so Kim takes her there. On the way back, Kim sees Jung. She calls out to him. Jung's mom also calls his name. Tears come to Jung's mom's eyes. Jung also can't control himself. They both start crying. Meanwhile, Jung's uncle and auntie talk that she might tell Jung why she went to Canada. This will hurt Jung. Then Jung and his mom are sitting in a cafe. His mom says sorry to him. In the next scene, we see everyone having dinner. Jung asks his mom for water, so both moms stand up. One who gave birth to him, the other who raised him. After the meal, Jung goes to drop his mom. She tells him, "Have lunch with me tomorrow." Jung is very happy and goes to meet Kim. He tells her everything. They both get emotional and hug each other. The next day, Jung is ready to meet his mom. He wears the same shoes that his mom had gifted him, but they are tight on him. Still, to make his mom happy, he wears them forcibly. Jung forgets his phone at home, so he has to come back home. Just then, he overhears the uncle-auntie's conversation that Jung's mom needs $20,000 for her daughter's surgery. Jung comes in front of everyone and asks, "Are you talking about my mom?" His brother tells him to be quiet, but Jung shouts at him, "Did my mom come here to take money? Does she need money? And is she asking you for it? She should be grateful to you for raising me." Still, how can she do that? Auntie tries to explain, but Jung says, "No matter what, she shouldn't do that. In the past 10 years, she never missed me. And every year she didn't send me cards and gifts. Instead, you used to give them to me from your own pocket. You should have told me everything. Is this your charity work?" Hearing this, Auntie gets angry. She slaps Jung. She says, "We never considered you a burden or charity. We raised you like our own child." She says, crying, "How could you say such a harsh thing?" Jung leaves from there crying. On the other side, in the gym, the coach scolds Kim and tells her to go to the National Training Center. Everyone is shocked. The coach explains that Kim has been selected for national training and tomorrow is her news interview. Everyone congratulates Kim. Kim's friends talk that Kim will now go away from us. How bad Jung will feel because they just started dating. In the room, Kim calls Jung, but the call doesn't connect. Meanwhile, at home, everyone is trying to contact Jung, but he doesn't attend anyone's call. The next day, everyone is ready for the interview. Just then, Young's friend tells them that Young hasn't come to the room since yesterday. Kim gets worried and meets Young's brother. He tells her everything, that Young has misunderstood that his mom has come for money. Young's brother says, "If you find out anything about Young, call me." Then Kim sends a voice message to Young. "I have found out everything. Everyone is worried about you. Please talk." Then we see Young at the beach side. Remembering the moment spent with his mom, he looks at his feet. He has got blisters on his feet from wearing these tight shoes. Meanwhile, Kim's interview is going on. She misses Young a lot. So after the interview, she goes out to find Young. She calls him, messages him, but there is no reply. Then she wanders on the beach crying. She gets tired of looking for him. Then finally, she goes to the poolside. There she sees Young swimming in the water. Kim shouts, but he doesn't respond. Kim jumps into the pool. Young sees her and says, "Kim, my mom is here for money, not for me." He cries while hugging Kim. This makes him feel a little better. Then Young listens to Kim's voice messages and starts laughing. Kim comes out wearing Young's clothes, which don't fit at all. Then Kim tells Young to go home, but Young says, "I can't go. I don't have shoes." Kim brings her senior shoes for Young. Kim explains to him, "Your mom is not wrong. No child is less dear to their mother. She loves you just as much, but she has her constraints. Your aunt hasn't slept since yesterday. Go and meet her." Young asks, "Did you talk to my brother?" Kim says, "I had no other choice." Then Kim goes to drop Young at the medical store. They talk normally. Young brings roasted peanuts for his aunt. Aunt makes coffee for Young. Young hugs them from behind and says, "Sorry," and tells them, "I am lucky to have a family like you. I love you." Then everything becomes fine between them. Uncle is happy to see this. On the other side, Young's mom is leaving for Canada. Young calls out to her from behind. She thanks him for coming to see her one last time. Mom shows him her sister's photo. Young tells her, "Next time, bring her along too." Young's mom says, "Yes, of course, she will also be very happy to meet you." After this, Young, showing Kim's photo, says, "This is my girlfriend." After this, he goes to Kim, and Kim thanks him for listening to her. They are both happy. In the next scene, some girls see Young on the bus, so Kim feels jealous. Then Kim, telling Young about her selection, says, "I didn't want to upset you." Young becomes happy, congratulating her. He says, "I will also come after you. My match is next week. If I come in first, I will be selected for the national team." Hearing this, Kim becomes serious about Young's practice. Then Young works hard in training. Kim makes breakfast for Young. She wants to see Young and the national team with her. Then the match day comes. They both make a wish at the poolside. Kim comes to support Young. Then the race starts. Young swims at full speed, but still, he comes in second place. He gets upset because he wanted to go with Kim. They both hug each other. Kim says, "You performed very well." Young says, "I could have won if my arms were a little longer. I wanted to go with you." Kim says, "The happy thing for me is that you overcame your fear." Young says, "If you look at any other boy, I won't spare you." Kim laughs and says, "I wanted to say the same thing to you. I will tell my friends to keep an eye on you." Young asks, "When will you leave?" "I will come to drop you off." Kim says, "No, you should train so that you can come to me soon." Just then, Kim's friend's call comes. She calls Kim to the gym. Young is also there. The gym lights are off. Young thinks this is the right opportunity. He grabs Kim. As soon as they are about to kiss, the lights turn on. Everyone is hiding there to give a surprise. They all come out, but they are all surprised. Everyone gives Kim a farewell party. Then the next day, while going to the national team center, she tells her uncle, "Take care of my dad," and leaves. Sitting in the bus, she says to herself, "I don't want to see you, but I'm scared inside. Will I be able to do well? A new door is opening. A different world is waiting for me." Here, a new beginning also starts for Young, with Kim not being here. Then we see Kim going to the national team. Young and Kim both miss each other a lot. Then Young works very hard to go to Kim. Then they both talk on messages. Young says, "My speed has improved a lot. I will come to you soon and show you I can be a star player." Kim says, "Have you lost weight? I saw in the photos." Young says, "It's nothing like that. I am just lovesick." Kim says, "Oh, then why isn't my weight decreasing? I also miss you a lot. I miss my friends, dad, and uncle's fried chicken. The memories of the campus here feel like a dream. I think about how happy I was there." In the next scene, Young reaches Kim's restaurant. There is a notice that the restaurant will be closed for personal reasons. Young panics and calls Kim's uncle, who says, "Oh, are you the one calling?" Kim's future husband. Young asks them, "Is everything all right?" In the next scene, Young is shown in the hospital. Young asks Kim's father about his health. Kim's dad jokingly says, "You are Kim's friend, right? So why are you so worried about me?" Uncle smiles and says, "You should be happy." Young asks, "When is the surgery?" So Uncle tells him that the doctor has given the same date as Kim's tournament. Kim's dad asks to hide this from Kim. Young promises both of them. Just then, he gets a call from Kim. She asks him, "Where are you?" He lies, "I am training." There at the center, Kim's new friend insists on seeing Young's photo. After seeing the photo, she says, "Is this really your boyfriend? You hit the lottery?" A girl says, "Most couples break up after coming here." These words put Kim in tension. There, Kim's 3 friends are eating pizza. Just then, Kim's call comes. She asks about Jung, that he is training. So Jung's friend says, "I don't know where he is." This is where the misunderstanding starts. Kim's friends suspect that Jung is meeting some girl on the pretext of training. Jung's friend tries to explain, but she says, "We will catch Jung with proof. We need your help for this." On the other hand, Uncle asks for Jung's help because his girlfriend is angry with him. Jung says, "Don't worry, I will come after training." Kim then gets back to training. In the morning, seeing Jung running, his friend calls Kim's friends. Everyone follows Jung to the hospital, where it is revealed that Jung came to meet not some girl, but Kim's father. Everyone is ashamed and apologizes to Jung. Jung tells everyone, "Just don't let Kim know about this." Jung then calls Kim. After a short talk, Kim has to hang up the call. They both miss each other a lot. The next day, Kim is shown practicing in the gym, but she injures her back. They send her to the town for treatment because then her tournament will start. Then Kim is free after the checkup and thinks of going home. She calls her dad. Uncle picks up the phone. Kim says, "I am coming home in 20 minutes. They both panic. Uncle calls Jung. Jung picks up his cycle and rushes to Kim's house. Kim is surprised, asks, "How did you know I am coming to town?" Seeing Jung's weird behavior, she asks, "What happened?" Jung says, "I was missing you a lot. Today we will do what you like." He takes Kim to a restaurant. They both talk. Just then, Uncle's call comes. Jung goes to the side, which makes Kim angry. She doesn't pick up his call. Jung then reaches Kim's house where he doesn't find Kim, but starts talking to Kim's dad. Dad thanks Jung. The next day, Kim again leaves for the training center. Her dad and uncle rush to the hospital. Kim forgets some things at home, for which she comes back. There is a notice board, and a lady tells her about her dad's surgery. Kim is shocked. She goes to the hospital, and Jung and her uncle tell her the whole truth. Kim promises her dad, "I will win the gold medal and put it around your neck. You get the surgery and get well soon." Uncle tells Kim how Jung helped her. Then Kim goes to Jung, first hugs him and says, "Sorry." She says, "I was worried. You are so handsome, anyone would be impressed by you." Then Jung takes her to the training center. She says how good this journey feels with you. Jung says, "Look into my eyes." He clarifies everything to her. He says you have to come back after winning the gold medal. Then they both hug tightly and say bye. After this, Kim works very hard in training. Jung also motivates her. The competition day comes, but Jung is with Kim's family on the day of her dad's surgery. Kim lives up to her dad's trust and wins the gold medal. Seeing Jung and Uncle happy, Kim's dad understands that Kim has won the gold. Then at the airport, all eyes are on Kim. She looks for Jung and hugs him in front of everyone. Then we see the story move forward. Today is Kim's graduation ceremony. Jung doesn't remember this. When he does, he runs for it. Then Kim and Jung introduce their families to each other, click a lot of photos. Then they are both at their favorite place, the poolside. Kim says, "With the number of coins I have thrown in it, I could have bought 100 fried chickens." Jung says, "All your wishes have come true. You got a gold medal, a handsome boyfriend like me. What more do you want?" They both talk a lot and roam around the entire campus. Jung says, "If I win gold this time, we will get married." Kim jokingly says, "Yes, I will think about it." They both run on campus. Kim says, "This is the time when life feels beautiful, because we have nothing to lose and a lot to gain. I have turned 24, but I am still nervous. I know I'm not perfect, and I don't want to be." With this, the drama ends.